for catching illegal fishing in restricted area. So, yeah. The problem is illegal fishing activities in restricted area. It's between 10 or 22% of each of the world total fish catching is illegal. It's a problem, especially in an area as restricted reservation area. For example, Goat Island. I read article about in one month ago, the Navy catched one boat who catch snappers on a near Goat Island. It's a restricted area. It's bad. Yeah. So, and our project is a protection restricted fishing zone from legal fishing. And for that, we designed passive tools for help identify fishing activity in restricted area. So now, currently have a solution like buoys, as you can see in this picture, but it's really expensive thing for exploitation and for construction, and it's really difficult to use for each area and manage it. Yeah, and so we decided to find another solution using cheap hardware and open software for creation new buoys and props for current solutions and start small. Yeah. Sorry. And now, Simon, continue.
Yeah, thank you. The idea is, with a large solution, we'd love to go into the ocean and detect illegal fishing in the deep sea, but you've got to start somewhere. And what we decided was to start at Goat Island. And the idea is, we place some small buoys around, like the green dots here, around the Goat Island Marine Reserve. So any fishing in this area is illegal. You're not allowed to fish inside the blue area, but outside it's okay. And what these buoys will do is they will listen for the signature of boats. So they will listen to boats coming through the area and potentially doing fishing and things like that. So there are specific signatures around fishing. Maybe you're trolling a line. Maybe you're using piano wire to scrape off the rocks at the bottom or the shellfish at the bottom. And so our buoys will detect that. They will send all the audio to these base stations, which will analyze the data or actually send the data into the cloud. And we will analyze the data later on. So our prototype, which we developed this weekend, was using hardware such as BeagleBone Green or Raspberry Pi, small cheap computer with some kind of radio network. But what we haven't implemented, but what the buoy can easily implement, is battery technology for nighttime surveillance and monitoring, as well as charging during the day with solar panels. So how it works. So what we'll do is we'll quickly play this audio sample here. Hopefully you can hear it. Oh yeah. So what you didn't hear at the beginning, or what you may not have heard, is a clunk at the beginning. And what you can see at the image at the bottom is you can see that there's a definitely shape in that audio, which is a bit different. And here we have a boat just passing by, and we have another boat just passing by here. And they're all different. And when you actually look at the sound file a bit closer, you can actually notice there are small behaviors. Each boat behaves differently. Their propellers make different noises, and there is all sorts of different things going on. And when a boat stops, you know that they've turned the motor off, and they're doing something. Maybe they're sunbathing, maybe they're fishing. So if we continue, we've got issues with PowerPoint going to the next slide sometimes. So yeah, with the base stations, the base stations actually have a camera. So when they detect illegal fishing going on, or some kind of behavior, like illegal fishing, or maybe it's something else which is just detected, it will be able to zoom in into the area, take a photo, and send it to the fisheries officer, who might have a mobile app or it might be on their desktop. So in the morning when they come in, initially they will identify the boats which have just been passing through, and the boats which have been going through and getting maybe fishing. And so here's just an example of the zoom which is possible on such a camera. It can go extremely far, and you will be able to see the call sign of the boat printed on the boat with quite simple technology. And this would easily, two of these would easily cover Goat Island area. Okay, so now for the demo. Yeah. So maybe if people just come around a bit. So this is what we worked on in the weekend. This is just proving that the triangulation works. So kind of detecting that a boat comes through, it does its thing, and we've got buoy number 1 and buoy number 2 over here. They're connected to this base station over here, which has a camera, and you can see the camera coming there. So we get our pirate ship to come through. And the boat comes through. Oh, hang on, sorry. Technology problem. Plug it in. Comes through. You can see it comes through. This is not smoke and mirrors. This is actually happening. Comes through, and you can see the camera is actually tracking the boat. A bit slow, but it's fine. I mean, out in the sea, that's fine. So this shows that the triangulation works. And then what will happen is when we detect illegal fishing, we will that will notify the fisheries officer, and we have created a dashboard which shows how the fish are, or how many boats have passed by, and how many have been identified as illegal fishing, as well as the area, and would have a live map of what's actually going on and which boats are out there, and photos of boats for the fisheries officer to identify. So we believe this is all possible at a reasonable cost, which we haven't actually figured out, but we've got ballpark figures. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Okean, I think you're called.